The next thing I wanted to touch on was the assistant thing. I went back and forth on this one a lot. The first shot that was fired was Alyssa, her assistant, her ex-assistant, and then it was Tana, and that was her, and then back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So I honestly didn't know what to think or what to believe, but honestly, Tana, from the looks of it, she kind of treated her like crap. Tana treated Alyssa like crap. Like, I think they're definitely both at fault for different things. Like, I don't really blame Alyssa for taking the first shot, because honestly, what would Tana have done? If it was the other way around and they were in the same positions but switched, if Tana was in Alyssa's shoes, she'd be making story time after story time after story time after story time after story time. She would, and she would drag her through the mud. She would, and I don't know if she's thought about that, but she would. She would have destroyed her with the story times. Like, she would have. The things that like rubbed me the wrong way is her and Alyssa are the same age, and she kept talking down to her like she was a child. She was like, she's a very young girl. I'm paying her so much money. Like $10, I mean, it's decent, but $10 is like normal. $10 is like pretty normal. It's not a lot of money. It's just normal. Like, that's normal. Like, it wasn't, you know. Tana took money out of her pay for using her ring light. That's, oh my god. Like, I babysit for my best friend. That's like her saying, okay, for every hour you watch TV, I'm taking half of your money out. Like, no! Like, if the roles were switched, Tana would not be okay with that at all. But I think the assistant crap, I think that's pretty much done by now. I think both have gotten their whatever out. Like, maybe for some reason in her mind she thought she was treating her well, and that's why she was blindsided. I don't know if I should even be giving her the benefit of the doubt in this situation, but there could be some wiggle room, who knows. But honestly, if it was the other way around, Tana would be dragging Alyssa through the mud for that. And for the record, it probably does take 3 hours to do 3 loads of laundry. Just saying. I don't know, I just had to throw that in there. I'm sorry. For me, I put my stuff in the dryer for an hour, but whatever. Even with, you know, doing washer, dryer, washer at the same time, and then switching it, and then switching it, the chunk of the dryer part is still gonna take 3 hours. Okay, so I just had to throw that out there. That was like the funniest part of that video. I don't think so many of people were commenting to Tana being like, it takes more than 45 minutes to do 3 loads of laundry. The last thing I want to talk about is her sponsorship and brand deal with Best Fiends. I don't know when she put up the video. I think I want to say it was in the last couple of days. She put up a video where she was being sponsored by Best Fiends, and she said that she is giving it to charity, which I think is really awesome. I was like, yeah, that's it was gonna be $13,000 to a charity. That's a lot of money. So I was like, that's really cool of her. But another thing that turned me off is how much she was talking herself up. She went on and on about how she is the first YouTuber to be using brand deal money for charity only, and she just went on, and she's kind of doing the demeaning thing that she did with the Alyssa situation. She's putting herself up on a pedestal. Look at me, I'm doing something good. Even though all this crap is happening around me and I'm getting a lot of hate, I'm doing this. Look it, I'm doing something good. Do you see it? I'm like doing a good, I'm a good person. Do you see it? I'm giving money. Like, she's trying very hard, and it's very easy to see. I was looking in the comments, and a lot of people were saying, Best Fiends usually gives $20,000. What are you doing with the other 7? And I didn't know if that's true or not, but a lot of people were saying that, so I'm assuming that there's some sort of truth with it. I don't think that one person would have said that and then everybody else would have jumped on the bandwagon. That doesn't make sense. why everyone would have the same information. But honestly, like, I don't really fault her for that, because more than half is going to charity. If it is 20,000, more than half is going to charity. Like, that's awesome. But if it really is, if she really is getting 20,000, I would have rather her say, I'm getting 20,000, 13 is going to charity, and I'm keeping 7. Like, I wouldn't fault her for that, because that's like her money. She can do what she wants with it, and more than half is going to charity. Like, boom, done. Even though back in the day she always said she would never do brand deals, she would never do anything, and she has. She used to do Uber sponsorships, I believe, where they have the code and you can get a free ride, and then she gets a free ride. She used to kind of talk about how it didn't benefit her at all, but it does, because it gave her a free ride as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Am I making sense? She constantly used to talk about how she would never sell out, and she would never do a brand deal or sponsorship. Like, she would never do that to us. A couple months ago, I do agree, like, the timing is bad. I think the timing is making her look bad, although I do think she thinks it's gonna help her get out of her hatefulness that's happening around her. I do remember her having this idea a couple months ago about the brand deal money for charity. But it's just conveniently happening at a time where she's going through a lot of shit and a lot of hate. And she's really trying to upplay that. And yeah, it's super obvious. I don't know if she's notices that. But honestly, I do. Either way, honestly, like, I was kind of like upset when I was watching it. I was like, no, Tana, what are you doing? Like, oh my god, like, what are you doing? But then I was like, you know, either way, it's going to a charity, like, money's going to a charity, like, that's awesome. I can't say you're a horrible person for giving money to charity. Like, no, only someone, like, insanely dumb would say that. But another thing that Maya was saying was that she's trying so hard. She got the views from her normal self, and then she completely changed, but the person she changed into isn't who she is, and she's getting caught not being her, and she keeps forgetting that she's basically two people. The person in front of the camera and the person not in front of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Not in front of the camera, like. But, like, you know, the people who disliked her before really dislike her now, because they're like, here's the evidence, here's all the people who didn't believe that she was a crap person, and so now they're extremely hating on her. And then she also has her loyal followers who are very blindly following her. Here's the haters over here. Here's the blindly following lover people over here. I'm kind of over here. Like I said, I don't hate her, and I do understand certain things in both of them. The charity thing is awesome, but she added kind of lies and speculations too. Like, you would think by now she would rather tell the truth, even if it was kind of bad, rather than have people speculate, because people's speculations are like so much worse than what like the bad truth is. I'm not gonna go on a Tana boycott. I'm not gonna unfollow her on everything. I mean, I don't like go through her stuff to look at her stuff. I just see her on Instagram once in a while when I'm flipping through. And plus, I'm very interested to see in what she does next. I'm expecting a You Now. I'm sure it already happened actually, because his iDubbbz Content Cop happened a couple days ago, so I'm assuming after that came out, she went on You Now and cried. I'm sorry, that was so mean. Like, that's mean, but it's just the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You would think by now she would know. So I'm sorry if that was very ranty. I tried to read from my little notes to make it not gibberish coming out, but it was still kind of gibberishy. So if I didn't make any sense and you want to see someone that makes sense, I really did enjoy, and there is so much truth to Myahs videos. I will put those in the description below. She's getting a lot of hate, but I feel like she's getting way more love because honestly, that girl is like, but like I said, I don't think she means harm. She's not the devil, but she knows what she's doing. But yeah, I don't hate her. I don't support her too much like I did. And I'm just hoping that from this video, there are some hardcore Tana subscribers watching. I just want you guys to open your eyes a little bit. Don't blindly follow someone. Open your eyes a little bit. See the good and the bad. Like, I don't necessarily support her right now, but I do see she's trying to do good. Is it genuine? I don't know, but it's still doing good. Like, even if it's not genuine, she's still giving $13,000 to a charity. Let her do it. And I really don't blame the people like extremely hating on her, because okay, this is getting very ranty and my throat hurts. So this was an interesting video. I've never done this before. But yeah, so thank you for watching. So please leave me a comment below, even if you disagree with me. Tell me why. Like, let's have a conversation instead of attacking people that you don't agree with. Like I was saying with the word, don't attack people because they don't have the same views as you. Why don't you have a conversation? Like, I wanted this to be a very Phil DeFranco-esque video. Like, I look at both sides, say it. I want you to comment below about what you think. Don't attack. I mean, if I get hate, whatever, but just talk about it. Don't attack. Like, that's only dividing people more. I don't think people are understanding that. Like, I'm gonna stop talking now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.